This video is pretty much about the Discord server and what happened recently on the Discord server. I may or may not have just posted on my YouTube community page and in the announcements and all that other good stuff that the Discord decided to go along with this Marvel theme. Everyone was changing their profile pictures, their statuses, their names, everything else. And it's really cool because I've had themes for my Discord in the past, but it's never gotten to the point where it was about something that like I was like really into. Like, yeah, Christmas, having my name be Santa and then my staff be like the elves and all. It's a pretty cool idea and it's a good way to get festive. But for the month of March, we decided to do a Marvel theme. So everything Marvel related. And with how big the MCU is right now, it's really cool that like the entire server just started changing their names. And it isn't like thousands of people changed their names. Maybe 100 or 200 people did, but it's super noticeable because those who are active in my Discord, you know, we started seeing their names be differently and we're calling out like references and quotes and GIFs and a bunch of other stuff in the server that you normally wouldn't see in a Discord server, which is really cool. So if anyone would like to go down in the description below and join it, feel free to join it. But I'm gonna do something a little bit special for the Discord server and it's gonna take up a lot of my time, but since I have a free day to be able to do it, I am going to try it and we're gonna see how it goes. But before I do any of that, my friend Alex needs a ride. So I'm gonna go give him a ride. Need to fill up with gas because I'm about to run out of gas. But we're gonna make it to his house and if I break down, I'm taking you guys with me. But we're gonna go pick him up, take him to his appointment, and then once I get home, we will talk some more. I'll see what he thinks of it as well. So my idea, like a present for the Discord server, is maybe to like give them all certain profile pictures with like something to do with their name and the Marvel theme and yada yada. So for example, Posh, one of my Discord staff members, his name now on the Discord is Star-Lord, and he put his profile picture as Star-Lord. He used that picture, and it'd be cool to have Star-Lord be a duck because his name is Posh Duck if you take away all the Marvel theme type stuff. So it'd be cool to do something like that, and maybe even get into editing where I can edit a cool video referencing the characters that they're playing and put their faces on there, similar to my Avengers versus you-know-who. Those videos, you know, I put Vanos as like Spider-Man and Terrorizer as Captain America. Maybe I could do something similar like that for my Discord members and my staff team and stuff because they mean a lot to me and it'd be nice to do something nice for them. It'd be nice to do something nice for them. New quote, Trevor Valentine, 2021. I have a very important question.
Oh, Jesus Christ, he's filming.
What do you think of the new Marvel theme in my Discord?
It's alright. It's, I wasn't expecting myself to end up being Howard the Duck, and then Coda posts one GIF, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah!
Do you think that, with the amount of members that switch their names to something Marvel related, do you think that's like kind of cool, kind of special? It's like different from the themes we've done before, like the Christmas theme and all?
Yeah, I think it's got a level of like whimsy to it that, you know, not every Discord has. You have a certain level of dedication when it comes to your fans and all of them that want to do stuff along with you. And I think that's really one of the main things that ties our community together. You know, because we're all like kind of stupid to some degree, but when you have that sort of thing happen in your Discord and everyone suddenly pulls in together, starts being this character, that character. RVG is Doctor Strange, Uni's Nick Fury. I was gonna be Doctor Strange because I was just gonna go with the thematics, like you're Captain America. And I'm like, well, you know what? There's plenty of other Marvel characters. I don't need to be Doctor Strange. He's just the most fun. And then you went on your tangent about every Marvel character that you could have been.
Yeah, I did that. I put like almost every Marvel character I could think of.
Yeah, he was really annoying. And then Coda posts one GIF of Howard the Duck in the Collector's Sanctuary, and the GIF just has a caption that says gross. And I'm like, you know what? Hell yes, I'll be Howard the Duck. But, you know, for everyone to come together like that in your Discord and then just everyone can vibe with it is really great. And it's like super cool. Give me some mom.
We'll see you guys in a bit.
Bye.
All right, now I'm home. Don't mind the messy background, but there is Mimsy right there if you want to know what Mimsy's doing. She napping. She's always napping while everyone's out of the house. All right, so I got my Monster coffee type thing. I mainly drink it because of the coffee, but it's also Monster, so I might die. But I did find these really cool pictures online, and I think I'm going to be using these pictures for a good way to edit because the body is fine. You know, that they're wearing the suits and all that other stuff. That's sort of what I want. I can very easily cut out the very bottoms of these images and put like the Discord username like Poshduck for Star-Lord and etc. But the face, that's what I really want to work on. I want it to look natural. I want it to blend. I want it to be really cool. But it's a little hard to do it because it ain't like I can take a picture of Posh. I have to use a duck, one of his profile pictures, and I think that's a good way to get into it quickly, but then I run into a bunch of other problems. So I'm gonna open up Photoshop here and I'm gonna see whether or not I can actually get this right. And if I can, great. If I can't, I can't. But I'm gonna be working on Posh's and my own first to see how it is because mine's gonna be easy. I can use any of the thousands of pictures I have on my desktop of me. Yeah, I have thousands of pictures of myself. And then for Posh, I'm gonna try to use one of his profile pictures. And if the one with me works and the one of Posh doesn't work, that means I'm just gonna need some faces. I need some actual stuff to reference, which some of my staff members don't want to reveal their face. But if the one of Posh does work and just the duck, then that means I can use pretty much any cartoon picture of someone, any drawing of someone, anything, and Photoshop that and try to make it blend with the body the best that I can. It's gonna be a little difficult, but I'm gonna try this out. Oh, alright, so I started cutting out part of myself for the photo. And what I realize is that part of my hair is just sticking out, and there's gonna be a lot of these little white spots that I'm gonna have to go back and clean up, and I don't want to have to go back and do that, so I just shaved part of my head through Photoshop. And it's alright doing that if the look of it looks normal, I guess. You don't want to shave off a part of someone's head or someone's body if it's not gonna look natural, and right now my head looks somewhat natural. You can kind of tell someone went by and erased out of it, but it's fine because we're gonna clean that up in post, and that's completely fine. Yeah, this is sort of the way I cut out people's heads and cut out bodies in Photoshop. Maybe there's better ways to do it, but I've always done it this way, and I'm gonna continue to do it this way. It's just very time consuming, but yeah, time to cut out more stuff. So I pretty much cleaned up as much as I could with the magic eraser. It's leaving a lot of these little specks around here and there, which I now have to go in there manually and clean that up and make sure it looks pretty. At a faraway glance, it looks okay, but close up, not really. So as soon as I get this done, I'll be able to get rid of the black background because the black background gives a nice contrast so you can see all those little itty bitty specks and clean them up. I learned that by myself a long time ago. It's always good to have like a very dark background if you're working with a light image, or a very light image background if you're working with like a darker image. As soon as I'm done cleaning up all those little specks, I'll be able to put it onto the project, and if this works very well, then I might prefer actual faces as much as possible for this, but if it doesn't work well, maybe this entire idea was a bad idea. But I'm gonna try anyways because it would be pretty cool if I made little posters for everyone. I'm probably more than likely gonna make the video as well. But yeah, anyways, let's continue. All right, time to pull the body into frame. Oh geez, my head is huge. All right, you can tell how small this image is. This image is pretty small. So we're gonna have to size this down a bit because my face is not that big. But what this does do is it allows us to be able to mess around with my face quite a bit and not lose a lot of quality. If my image of my face is that big, that means it's just gonna look better quality, which this image of Captain America, this poster, is pretty sharp anyways. So the more sharper I can get myself, the easier it'll match the frame. We are now moving in. We're getting close enough. Good thing is to make sure that this image is locked up here, this little lock button. It makes sure that, you know, the size of your face is proportionate, so you're not either squeezing it or making it bigger, taller, shorter. Makes it pretty good. Now, as you can tell, I don't have the same head shape as Captain America Chris Evans here. So this is where we're gonna have to play around and theoretically see where it would be. Because if it was me actually standing in that suit, posing for this picture and all, yeah, I would just look completely different in the first place. So we wanna be able to cover as much as the head as possible, but what I think is a good point is the chin right here. So if we lower the opacity down, we can kind of see how the face somewhat lines up. My lips are kind of in the same area. My ear is over here, so we can tell that my head's a little too large. So if we line up the ear with the chin, we're getting somewhere. So right here, my head is pretty much shaped how it should be. This would be actually what I would probably look next to Chris Evans, because everything lines up, the ear, the chin, everything. But that's not what we want for this image, okay? So we're gonna make every person look bigger, you know, like superhero lifelike type stuff. So we're gonna have to make this cover as much of the head as possible, which is gonna allow me to have a bigger head. Ooh, yikes. I am not ready for this. Okay, so part of my head needs to be able to go back, you know, or I'm gonna have this huge ass collar stick out, you know, right over here. We don't want that collar to stick out too much. So either my head's gonna have to go farther back, like right here, which isn't gonna look good, or we just make my head bigger. All right, so since I have a bit of a big head anyways, what we're gonna do, oof, big oof. Think. What we can do is do this. We're gonna have to do a lot of work in terms of coming up with this area where Chris Evans' head is popping out, but it's gonna be doable. And if you look at the entire body, it kind of lines up, so it's fine. What we can do is take the lock image off and scrunch my head down. It makes it closer to Chris Evans' proportions on his body, so this is all fine. I do think it would make more sense to rotate it a little bit. All right, yeah, that's pretty close to what we want. Pretty close. So if we hit the check mark, pretty much sits there. It's all defined. Now we bring in that. It doesn't look too bad right now, but we need to clean it up, erase what we don't need. And this is why it's important to keep as much of the original image of the person, the face, whatever, rather than just getting rid of it. Because you just get rid of it, boom, you know, you're missing some parts and you need some parts. So yeah, time to do this. Let's see how this goes. So now I just sort of fitted my head into the collar of the Captain America suit, which it fits pretty snugly in there, but the only problem is you see a little bit of like Chris Evans' eyes and a little bit of his nose and the back of his head where the hair is. So now my job is no longer cutting my head to make it fit. We might have to do small adjustments later. The biggest challenge is now coming up with that background that we don't have previously. Now I could search the internet and try to find the original background of this and all. Maybe I'd come by something that someone already did, but it's very easy to do yourself by using the clone tool. So all I have to do with the clone tool is basically copy the background area around it and place it wherever I need it. So the nose area, I just copy the background near that. Now this can be very noticeable if you don't do it right. So you gotta line it up with the patterns, the lines, all of this stuff, the right colors, the color shading. So it might take a little bit of additional work, but this is like the very nice touches that you'll notice. And I'll pretty much have to do this with any of the posters I make because different shaped heads, blah, blah, blah. Like trying to put a duck on Star-Lord for Posh Duck. That's gonna take a bit of work, but I'm gonna try it, see how it goes, and yeah, go from there. All right, so I got to the point where I pretty much erased Chris Evans' head, at least most of what you can see, because if you undo this, Chris Evans is still there, just he has half a face. So now you can't see his head. It looks like my head's a little more natural. My head's a little big. I'm a little bit like a bobblehead, but that's fine. This isn't supposed to look realistic or anything. And I recreated a little bit of the shield at the bottom. You know, there was the Marvel Studios tag, and then April 27th or whatever the date was there. I erased that. The April 27th area could be cleaned up because you can kind of tell that was covered up, but the shield looks pretty good. I thought the shield was gonna be a little weird. Turned out it was pretty good. I could do a little more work to it to make it look better, but not needed. Again, mainly the people are gonna be focusing on is my face. So the last thing I'll have to do is color correct it, and when I color correct it, it'll pretty much look done. So get ready for the final product. So, it's pretty much finished. I ended up desaturating it a little bit, ended up using the brush tool, and then going under like soft light and stuff like that, and re-adding some of the light. And I had a good reference because Chris Evans' face was in there, and I was seeing how that was lit, and I lit my face as close as I possibly can, and I really don't want to keep doing it because I feel like I'm just gonna screw up and add little details that aren't that important. But it is important that there's like no glare over my face or anything like that, so it wasn't too difficult to do anything like that. I tried matching the colors the best I can, and I guess I could do a little bit more work, but I'm pretty satisfied with what I got. This is a really good Photoshop edit to do. It's something cool that people in the Discord are gonna be like, wow, that looks pretty cool. And hopefully I can make more for the Discord members and stuff like that. So I'm gonna see whether or not I can. I'm just staring at Captain America's booty right now. You see that booty? Time to go on to the next one. So it's a few hours later and I completed a few more. They're not by any means like super perfect, but they do look pretty good. We got Captain TJV, the first Discorder, which is like the first Avenger Discorder. That just sounds weird, but we're gonna roll with it. We got Chambers, God of Dirt. That's a reference to this video.
I was gonna say dirt, but then I remember. I love playing dirt. I like dirt.
And I think he's had it as his status before, so that's no insult to Blake. Or is it? We got Iron Jim, Invincible Armored Chief Admin, which is a reference to the classic saying, the Invincible Armored Iron Man. Now, since he's a Chief Admin, he's been Chief Admin for a long time, and the best damn Chief Admin we've ever had, it's very fitting to put the Invincible Armored Chief Admin. And Iron Jim just sounds good. And I love that photo of him. And then we got Star Posh, leader of the Guardians of the Discord, which is like Guardians of the Galaxy, yeah, I'll get the reference. These were pretty fun, and I only made 4 of them, and I'm looking forward to making more. The reason why I just stopped at 4 is because, one, I want to be able to put this video out so everyone knows what I'm doing, and I will continue to do this probably for the first couple weeks of March. So if you guys at all want me to do one of you, I will grab a photo of the superhero that you want to be in my Discord. You'll need to send me a picture of either your face, like I've done with Chambers, me, or Jim, or if you have like a cool persona in my Discord, you can send me whatever picture of that persona is and I'll cut out the head. Just like Posh, he's had these photos drawn for him and I just cut out the head and put it on Star-Lord, and it works pretty well. I'd love to make these. I don't know if they're gonna use it as their profile pictures or not, but it was really fun, and I'll make sure to put an announcement out with all these photos and stuff like that. But yeah, if y'all are interested in checking these out, or if you have any suggestions for me, just let me know. And yeah, that's the video. I'm excited to make more for the rest of my staff team and some other members in the Discord. And yeah, let's make some posters for the month of March, because we will not forget about March of 2021. It's the Marvel theme for the TJV Discord, and if you guys would like to join the Discord, click the link down in the description below. I would love to have you guys join, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.